Hey everybody, welcome back to Boosted Budget Builds. I know it's been a little while since I've made a video, a few days or so, but the Midwest is just getting hammered with just stupid cold, sleet, ice, snow, you name it. But anyway, the temperature got a little bit above freezing today, so I figured I'd come out to the garage and do a little work. I've done a little bit of work already that I haven't videotaped because it's really hard to do with just one person. I so need a cameraman. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I've been up to. I have the rear springs and struts and all that installed. My rear trailing arms, the trailing arm bushings, they are gone. I'll show you guys that here in a minute. I'm basically removing both trailing arms on the rear because they both need bushings. I'm going to end up doing the energy bushings, so I'm going to do a tutorial on how I do it. If there's other tutorials out there that are really good, Chris Fix, he's got an amazing video on how he does it. But then again, he's using a oxyacetylene torch, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't have. At least not in this garage. In my other one I do. But anyway, I'll probably link his video because I've got a lot of the work taken apart, or a lot of the trailing arm and the lower control arm, the upper camber. I'm not sure if I showed you that yet or not. Those were, oh my god, they were a bitch. But he's got an amazing video on how to do it. I'll probably link that in here, so that way you guys can see what I've missed and haven't taped. But anyway, let me go ahead and pause the video, and I will show you what I've been up to, and I'll get right back at it. Alright guys, welcome back. We're down here on the ground. I was going to show you, that's what the springs and struts look like. I think they look pretty damn good myself, but here's the brakes. I got them apart, and they're all sitting up there. Let me get here where you guys can kind of see. If you can see the trailing arm, I mean, it's like stupid loose, and then let me get in here where you can see this. Like, oh, hold on. Yeah, they're gone. But the lower control arm came out just fine without any problem. I've also got, like I said, the rotor, the brake calipers. They're off on both sides. I've gotten the caliper plate here, or I mean the rotor cover, dust shield, whatever you want to call it. This I'm going to be taking off, and if you can see, I mean, it's kind of rusty and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to replace it or just try to repair it and clean it up. I'm going to be taking the rear wheel hub assembly off so I can get all that off. Alright, now for the fun part. This is what has been giving me problems. Right there, the tow arm, that son of a gun is not coming out for anything. I don't know if you guys can see, but oh, damn, sorry, I just got rust on my eye. But anyway, those are the ones that are giving me a really pain in the ass. I don't know how well you guys can see, but I've got it down to the same on the other side. So today I've got the trailing arm bushing bolts. Both of those came out just fine. But that one there is being the real pain. I've got a 1/2-inch electric impact, but I don't have, I believe that's a 14 millimeter. I don't have a 14 millimeter 1/2-inch, nor do I have an adapter to go from 3/8 to 1/2 inch. So I got to figure that out. But that one's giving me the pain on both sides. Once I get that done, this whole rear trailing arm on both sides will come out, no problem. And I'll have those out, and then I'll have the trailing arm bushings out in no time. And then I can do the video on how I remove those and clean them up, and then I got to order the trailing arm bushings themselves, because I'm still at odds at whether I'm going to order an entire bushing set, or if I'm just going to do the rear bush or the trailing arm bushings and order just the ones I need, because I'm buying the anodized aluminum rear trailing arms, the adjustable toe and camber links, the rear what is that, crossbar, subframe connector bar, whatever you want to call it. I'm buying all that in a kit. Alright guys, welcome back. Oh man, I've been at this for probably about 4 hours. It is a pain in the ass, but I finally got them out. The hardest part is that the adjustable toe bar, whatever you want to call it. The bolt that bolts to the body, oh my god, it actually broke my electric impact, given it's just a Harbor Freight, but it actually broke it, so hopefully the warranty's still good on it. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to pop these out, and then what to do next, so hold on a second. Alright guys, I'm back. That right there is your trailing arm. Well, used to be a bushing. Both of mine look like that. These break off from inside of there. They go in there like that, and they break off. So, but anyway, if you have to, sometimes you can, if you're just wanting to replace them with the poly bushings and they're not like ripped off like this, you can take like a little saw, a little jigsaw or something like that. You can cut them off. You can use Sawzall. You can use whatever you want just to cut through the rubber. Sometimes you can even rip off, you know, with like a big pry bar or something. But anyway, this is really simple how you get these out. How you get those out. Take you a nice little BFH, and then you're just going to tap. Hold on. Alright, you're going to tap on either side back and forth. Okay? It's hard to do when you're holding a phone, but hold on. Let me get this thing upside down. Alright guys. You want to get a good sturdy, but you just... I hope you guys can see that. This is hard to videotape. There you go. Alright. Now, once you get this out, let me kind of show you here. You get a screwdriver. Alright, you see this and this. These are both metal. In between the metal is rubber here. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. The easiest way, and the way I'm going to do it, is I beat these out. I'm going to take these and those to my other shop where we have a oxy-settling torch. And what you do is you heat up from the inside, and basically all you're trying to do is char the rubber. I mean, this is some pretty hefty steel, so I mean, don't trip out, you know, if it gets hot or something. It's not going to detemper or nothing. But you're just going to burn out all the rubber, and then once the rubber gets really hot, it just like falls off. Like you'll just be able to take a screwdriver and just peel it away from the metal on both sides. And then after you do that, it's probably a good idea to take a piece of sandpaper, or if you have a wire brush or a grinder wheel with one of the wire wheels, and you want to clean off both sides. You want to clean this off so it goes in nice and easy, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe shoot some like a real thin layer of paint, primer, something, or use some type of coating so that way it doesn't rust again. Same thing with this. I'm not talking about really thick, just enough to where it's not gonna rust again. You know, just preventative. You know, preventative if you can. Also, anti-seize. Anti-seize would work pretty good too. So, same thing with this. Whenever you're looking at this bar right here isn't this size all the way through. Right through here, it gets to be about this big. It's like an egg in between these two thin pieces. Once you clean all the rubber off that, you're going to want to clean this up too, because this is what's going to be contacting the inside of your poly bushing. So use a wire wheel, I wouldn't use like sandpaper unless it's like super fine shit, like 400 plus. A wire wheel is probably your best option, or a wire brush, something that's not going to damage the steel. And that's it, guys. I mean, I got them out. They were a pain in the ass, like I said. The toe, let's see here, this one, yeah, sorry. That side right there, this is where the toe rod goes to adjust on your alignment. This one comes out fairly simple, but the other one that goes up into the frame, on mine was a nightmare. I mean, I'm going to have to return my impact and see if, with it being new, if it'll break them loose. If not, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. But anyway, let me flip the camera around. I'll be right back. Alright guys, well, that's the little tutorial, or part of it at least, part one, of taking off the rear trailing arms, taking out the trailing arm bushing. I kind of told you how to clean the bushing out so that way you have the sleeve and then the rod that goes in the middle. If I remember, whenever I go to my other shop to burn these off, I'll go ahead and I'll try to take a video of that when I'm doing it, so that way you can see a little bit better. Also, while you got the trailing arms off, I mean, it's not a bad idea to clean them up, scuff them up, and then give them a shot of paint. That way it'll stop any rust that's on it. You got to remember, at least my car's is like 25 years old, so it's got some rust areas. So anything I can do to help prevent that, I'm going to. But anyway, guys, as always, I'm Grizz, and this has been Boost a Budget Builds, and I will catch you on the next one.